Hello and welcome to this week's news episode. I'm David Taylor and today we're looking at 2026 Beijing Auto Show highlights. Some really cool cars coming. Jaecoo has confirmed it will be building cars in South Africa and Dealercon is back. And yes, you heard right, if you're in the automotive space, Dealercon is back. Yes, that is correct. Dealercon 2026 will be taking over the Sandton Convention Center yet again. So if you're in the automotive space, be it OEM, retail, F&I, this is the event you do not want to miss. And tickets will be going on sale shortly. So link in the description, all you need to know is right there. And guys, before we get into those stories, let me just remind you, Cars.co.za, 73,000 new and used vehicles available. Strap yourselves in, let's go.
The next lekker new feature is Price Track. Price Track! Which is like having a really enthusiastic car guard watching your dream car 24/7. Yes. No, I'm watching nicely. You see a car you want, but it's a bit pricey. Track it. The second that price drops, kachwara! We do the stalking, you just wait for the good news. Magic. Cars.co.za.
2026 Beijing Motor Show, arguably the world's biggest motor vehicle exhibition. It's come and gone, and my Cars.co.za colleagues have returned safely with lots of news and lots of B-roll footage. Let's get into it. First up, the Omoda C4. Now, I saw this as a concept just over a year ago in 2025 when I was in China, and the concept was very, very extra, like a lot of spice and salt had been thrown into it. A lot of you have said that it was like a extroverted Lamborghini Urus hatchback, and I'm glad to see that a lot of that styling, that craziness, has been retained for the production version. And the good news is it's coming to South Africa in the second half of 2026. And based on our understanding, it's likely to follow the same powertrain options as the C5. That's turbocharged petrol engines and hybrids. Very exciting times, and critically, it should be more affordable than the current C5. Next up, we have the Jaecoo J5 HEV. Now, the standard Jaecoo J5, that's already on sale in South Africa. I've done a video review on this vehicle. Do check it out. It's a pretty impressive value for money offering. Now, the HEV, that is the hybrid. HEV is hybrid electric vehicle, and yes, it too is coming to South Africa. I suspect it uses the same powertrain as the Omoda C5 HEV. Now, we've done content on that vehicle, and you can look forward to that coming on YouTube in the next couple of weeks. This thing is pretty impressive. It combines efficiency, punchy turbo engine, plus electric assistance. So it is going to save you fuel in the long run. Now, if I look at the claim figures here, 0 to 100 in under 8 seconds and a consumption figure of 5.3 liters per 100. Pretty much the same as the C5 HEV, and that's really decent. However, on the recent trip to China, there was a bit of a World Cup championship battle between all the various countries driving, and they were trying to see how low you can go. And Team South Africa, with my video editor, Solele, well done, Brew, he came third along with other South African car content creators. Wait for it. 3.7 liters per 100 over a 625 kilometer road trip. Like, that is insanely impressive. And they only came third. So I believe the lead car, they got like 3.5 and they drove with the mirrors folded in and the aircon off. But still, 3.7 liters per 100. Like, well done. That's really, really cool. And then there was this, and I had to read the marketing material a few times just to make sure, because I think this is possibly one of the most talented, diverse vehicles I've ever come across. Okay, so you can look at it and I'll read you the marketing line. Designed as one vehicle for all scenarios, this vehicle can adapt between SUV, MPV and bakkie roles to meet evolving family and lifestyle needs. This is the Chery Tiggo V, and I think we're entering the modular era, because if you need to carry 7 people, this thing can do it. If you need to do bakkie things and you need a load bin for stuff, this thing can do it. You can take the back off and turn it into a big bakkie. Like, why hasn't this been done before? It's pretty impressive. Then cynically I ask, will it actually work? And the only way to find out is this thing is coming to South Africa before the end of 2026. I understand it won't be called the Chery Tiggo V, it's going to be called something else. So watch the space. We're going to have a 7-seater family SUV bakkie that can do all the things coming to our shores very soon. Finally, we're all aware of the big news that broke earlier this year with Nissan's factory in Rosslyn, Pretoria being purchased by the Chery Group. And things are moving at an impressive pace, with the Chery Group SA CEO Tony Liu confirming the factory officially opens in June. And like, today is the 4th of May. So things have escalated really quickly, and this is going to be a very exciting time. There's no official confirmation yet as to which vehicles are going to be assembled at this facility, but we get a clue because Jaecoo put out a press release about a week ago, and they said that the T1 and T2 SUVs, now we've covered those vehicles, really cool video of the T2 off-roading test. These vehicles are going to be assembled in South Africa from 2027. So like, this is amazing news, this is awesome. Now, interestingly, these are on the Chery Group unibody platform, which pretty much underpins everything else, variations of. So we could see a number of Chery Group products being made here. And let's not rule out potentially Omoda and Jaecoo products being assembled on this plant as well. I say assembled or built or made, whatever you call it, because at this stage we don't know whether Chery Group is going to be doing a CBU setup or we're going to do SKD. Now, if you weren't aware, CBU is basically complete build-up. That's metal stamping, paint shops, sourcing content from local providers, or SKD, CKD, which the best analogy I can explain is Lego. Because all of your parts are put into a box and then shipped over to the factory, and then they do final assembly, last bit of welding and checks, and then go on to retail. Now, I would assume CBU is better for the local economy because lots more processes, localization, local content, and so on. Whereas SKD, CKD, you're just basically putting it all together like a giant Lego kit. So only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see what happens. My gut feel is that this is a CKD setup, but hopefully maybe things can escalate and grow into a full CBU setup. And that's where we'll end off for this week's news episode. I'll put the links in the description below, some really cool info regarding the vehicles you've seen today. And remember that Cars.co.za is a great place to find your next vehicle purchase. We've got over 73,000 new and used vehicles available. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.